Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this episode, hopefully we're going to fix the MK5 Golf's fueling issue. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so this video coming up was actually filmed maybe 2-3 weeks ago, and I'm still waiting on a part, so bear with me. Hope you enjoy it. Thanks for tuning in, guys. If you haven't yet, please consider hitting that subscribe button and that post notification bell to stay up to date with my little projects. With that being said, let's go for a drive. So maybe it's a half hour to 45-minute drive to the wreckers for a high pressure fuel pump. Hopefully this one is good. Let's go. So the GT Golf, the Twincharger, it's got a different high pressure fuel pump that sits on, or it sits in the middle of the head, and it runs off the cam, so it's got its own cam lobe, and that's how it produces the high pressure, because it's a direct port injected engine. So it's different to like the 2 litres that the R's and the GTIs have. So it says that the one down in the yard is a Mark 5, but it looks like a Mark 6. Hopefully there's no difference in that pump between Mark 5 and 6. It is the same engine. Just have to make sure that the connector is facing in the same direction. Probably will be, because it's got all the same piping, which I can see in pictures. Yeah, so that high pressure fuel pump has a fuel pressure sensor on it as well, and I think they also call it the regulator as well as a pump. So I don't know, maybe if they don't know what I've got, I could say it's a regulator and I'll get it cheaper. If I went out and bought a new one, like an OEM replacement, well, not OEM though, they're like $700, so let's see how much we can get it for. Alright guys, on the way down to the wreckers, just stopped off at Ripco, which is an auto parts store here in Australia. Just picked up some plastic gauge so I can start putting the Subaru engine back together, first to measure the bearing clearances, if you didn't know. The car up here doesn't know what it's doing. Hey look, there's a fuzz. That's like stock as rock. R33 faded paint. Look at the exhaust. Got the wheels, looks like a UFO. Look at the wheel offset. It's got to be like an older person. Probably bought it from new. So I checked the website before I went down. There's only a few things taken off the car. Got there, the engine was gone, and there was heaps of stuff off the car. So sounds like somebody's been lying of what they've been buying. So can't trust that system anymore. So I checked all the Mark 6s. They're not twin charged, but they are TSI's the 1.4, and all the high pressure fuel pumps were gone, all of them. So must be a pretty common thing. So yeah, I guess I better get the one off the missus Golf first and check the part number on it. It looks like they are different to even the Mark 6 TSI, the twin charge one. So yeah, a bit frustrating, but you get that. Right, just gonna head home now. Just cruise home. Got a couple of monsters. Got some music. Got aircon. It's not raining, which is great. So yeah, just head home and pull that high pressure fuel pump off and see if it's worn or if it's the fuel pressure sensor. So just on my way back, and I was just wondering, are you really a car guy if you don't floor it through a tunnel? Alrighty guys, it's the next day. I'm going to head out just to the Gulf there. I'm going to pull it apart so I can get to the part number for the high pressure fuel pump that's on the engine. So we have the right part number, so then we can order it. I'm going to have to go a new one. They're pretty hard to find, and when you do find them, there's no engine. Alright boys, so I just flipped the cover over. So pretty much we need to get this part off so we can get to this part. Yeah, down there. I think I've had this off before, I can't remember. Pretty sure I have. Right boys, so I've got the intake off here. Oh, that sounded bad. Intake off there. Took the sensor off, took that connector off. What do we got? I'll take this hose off, pop this one out, take that off, and should be able to get this one off, which will allow me to get to it. Alright, got that off. So we have supercharger holes, and that goes around there with a butterfly in there. But now we can see part number. Hopefully, it's a bit moist around there. That might be the issue. Right boys, so see we've got some torque bolts here, but then we've got the tamper-proof ones on top. Lucky I got the tamper-proof torque bits. Yeah, what's the go with this? So I'll check that part number if I can find a part number, and I'll see if it comes up with the Mark 5 twin charge. I got the part number off it. I have searched for that part number before. I can't get it on my normal parts shop, and most of them that come up are from AliExpress, and I don't think I want to buy from AliExpress. We do have a bit of weepage on these two, so maybe that might have something to do with it. So I'm guessing this is the fuel coming in, or it's the return. This is definitely the high pressure, the hard line. That goes down to the rail of the direct port. So I might see if I can nip them up if they can. give it a bit of a clean up first, and then I'll see if I can tighten it just a smidge. Alright, so I managed to turn this part a little bit, but I don't think that would be affecting it the way that it does. Plus that would be very, very high pressure, and that would be spraying everywhere if it was leaking. So maybe I'll try to get the sensor part off. Looks like it might rain soon. Blue skies over there, but we'll see. Alright boys, I cannot get this off. I don't have a spanner thin enough to get in there and not break that off. So guess I'm gonna have to take off the whole unit. Alright, so I got the hard fuel line off, got the soft one off. So glad I got these tools last time I was working on this. So we should be able to pull the pump off now. I've got the 3 bolts out, which are up there. And there we have it, boys. Got it out. So I wonder what the difference is between all the models. Would it be the mounting? Would it be how much pressure they end up making? But now that we've got that out, we can move over to the bench. We can cover up stuff in here we don't want anything to fall into. Alright, so first look at it, looks pretty gunked up in there. Yeah, let's take these off. Okay, so there's definitely a spring in here. I started to take it off and it just popped open. So definitely gotta make sure we put this back together properly. Alright, so there's a couple of shims in there, and then there's this one. I'm guessing that's acting like a spring. And everything seems okay. Oh, sure guys, I did spray some carby cleaner on here. Got a bit of crud out of it, but I don't know. Maybe it's the sensor. I'll pull up the fault code again. Then I'll chuck this up on the bench and we'll deal with this a bit later. Gotta go make dinner at the moment. We'll work it out. Alright guys, so I cleaned that high pressure fuel pump up and actually got it back on just before it started to rain. So it's back on the car. I'm going to put it all back together and see if just cleaning it would help that out. Hopefully it does. Yeah, can't do anything else on the Golf, so later tonight I'll get back to the Forester. Alright boys, it's the next day and let's put the Golf back together. Not sure where I left off, but pretty much we need to get this back on there. That should sit down there. Let's put this back on there. And then we've got to get this pipe on. This goes over it, so it slides in that way. There is quite a bit of oil in here. It's going to give it a bit of a squirt. Yummy. Right, pretty much everything is back. Just need to put the cover on with this, I think it's a vacuum, and connect the battery, and we'll see how it is. Right, it is all back together. Shall we get the key? See how it starts. Yeah, not sounding too good. But we're gonna have to get a new one. Figure out a way to find what the fuel pressures are, so I can see the difference between the low pressure pump in the tank and the high pressure on the cam. Yeah. I don't know. Right, so I dropped one of the screws and hopefully it went underneath. It's just the one that supports the intake pipe, so hopefully if I roll back far enough we'll find it. Found it! Chic! Oh hey, yes. That was this one here. Right, I'm actually going to take it for a little drive. Seems to have cleared up a bit. There was a bit of crap in here, so let's see if that helps. Alright. Everything's on! Ah! Starts a lot better. A lot of lights on because the battery's been disconnected, like steering and traction. Right, let's see how she drives. Hesitating. Nah. It's got to be that high pressure fuel pump. Under light load, it's okay. So light load, yeah. So when it calls for more pressure, yeah, which is pretty much all the time with this because it's supercharged and turbocharged. Alright, I think we're gonna have to get a new one. Alright, just gonna leave it there. Right, thanks for tuning in, guys. I did order a new high pressure fuel pump for it. It was like 10 days ago and it's still maybe 2 weeks out, so I might have the Forester up and running before that even gets here, and I can do all the golf stuff in the garage. So I'm gonna get cracking back onto the Forester. Hope you enjoyed this episode of the Golf, and I'll catch you next episode. Thanks for watching. Bye.